Hello everyone, my name is the Ultimate Spy, and Happy New Year! We're finally at the end of the year. It's been a wild ride, although I will admit that 2020 has been probably the worst year ever. But for the channel, it has been a pretty interesting year for sure. Like, a lot has happened. Oh my goodness, so much has happened. Like, a lot. For example, we hit 3 milestone goals. We hit 900, 1,000, and then 2,000. Like, I never thought that would be actually possible, but it did happen, and I'm truly grateful for every one of you guys who have subscribed to the channel, who have, supported it and kept watching my videos. It really means a lot. I never thought that within the 1 year, I could hit 3 milestone goals. That's just crazy. That's an achievement on its own. That's mind-blowing. But one of the biggest things that happened this year was voice acting. Now, for a while, I've wanted to do voice acting, and I didn't know where to start. I knew I was pretty talented, so, I kind of just started to look at Game Jolt, and then suddenly it kind of happened. This year was just full of voice acting, and it's made me do so much more with my life in terms of being able to explore new areas, especially with acting, and that's what I've been really passionate about, but especially considering how many fan games I've been a part of. Like, it's crazy. Actually, real quick, I can read you off the fan games I've actually been in. There's actually only 3 this year that were actually released. The rest are either on hold or still in active development. Real quick, so we have the complete games that have been released that I was in. We have One Night at Freddy's Reimagined, where I voiced Withered Freddy. You couldn't tell it was me because of the voice modulation. I also was the TV reporter, tape guide, and Golden Leon in Five Nights at Leon's Remastered, which was a great game. I really, really enjoyed it. In fact, I enjoyed it so much that I even did a custom night series on it. I had a really good time with it. Fortunately, there was a Halloween DLC that got released that I tried doing a video on, and I had to delete that because the second episode I recorded, it had too many bugs, and unfortunately, they weren't probably going to fix it because there was so much drama happening behind the scenes, unfortunately. Not that I understood anything that was happening, they just had problems, and one of the modelers left, so that kind of happened. They're still making the second one. It's just going to be with different modelers, so it might be a bit different, but that game was really, really fun to play. I really, really enjoyed that. Another big game that I was a part of this year that I really, really enjoyed. It was honestly a really fun game. Again, all these games are fun, but this one in particular was especially fun. Was Five Nights at Mouse's Experiment of the Cycle, and I played Splicadus the Eagle, and I'm actually going to be voicing him again in the DLC. I think it's coming around Christmas time. I mean, that's what they said, but I don't know what the status of that is right now. It might be, a late Christmas present. I don't know exactly. But yeah, like, voice acting really took off in a huge way, and I never thought that could be possible. Like, it's been basically a year of voice acting, as well as other massive changes that have come to the channel, but voice acting has really been taking off a lot this year. So yeah, anyway, those are the complete games. There's still multiple games that are still in active development. A lot of them have been, they've been working on them for months, so it's kind of been, I can't really tell, what's being worked on and what's not being worked on. There's a couple that are on hold right now. So the ones that are still in active development, they're just taking their time, are Dan Beer's Neon Party, and I voiced Willy the Wizard, kind of a Merlin character. Blendies and Friends, I voiced Phone Guy in that one. Fazbear Tycoon, I voiced Toy Bonnie. Now, that one is the most followed game I've ever been a part of, like, period. It's insane. Although they haven't fixed my credit yet, because I'm still credited as my previous username, so hopefully that'll be fixed soon. But yeah, no, like, it's amazing, because looking at it, it has almost 5,000 followers, which is, like, the most followed game that I've ever been a part of. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, that's coming up hopefully next year. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but hopefully next year. It looks really cool, honestly. It looks amazing. And then I was also cast in Five Nights at Brady's Chapter 1. I also played Phone Guy. Like, yeah, I know, second one I played. And that's hopefully coming soon. They originally announced that they were finally back on working on that project, finally. So that's happening. We also have Five Nights at Freddy's, The Golden Nightmare. And I voice Henry Emily. Kind of that deep voice. I don't know when that's going to happen, but hopefully soon. There's a number of them that were canceled, unfortunately. Like, a lot of them were canceled, unfortunately. It kind of sucks that way. I mean, it does feel like a waste, but, like, at the same time, it does help me understand, like, even if something gets canceled, the fact that I was able to pull off that role means it's good practice for me for other roles. I was also cast as the Night Guard in Puppy's Playtime Palace, which is really cool. One game that was recently put on hold was Musket Friends, and I'm going to be playing the Technician, even though I have never auditioned for it, but apparently I'm that good. And then there's a couple of ones that I had that are still on hold right now. Five Nights at the Rockstar, which was one of the first games I ever got cast in. That's still on hold. Into the Pit Lights Out, which I was in the demo for Phone Guy, still being worked on and kind of on hiatus right now. One game that has literally no game page is called The Heavenly Taste, and I'm supposed to be playing the technician, but there's no game page for it. I haven't heard anything. As far as I'm concerned, it's still on a hiatus. Also, a game called Humongous Custom Night, Your Custom Nightmare, as Rockstar Foxy. That one is coming hopefully soon. I don't know when that's going to happen, but that's currently without a game page right now. Also, a slew of other fan games that I've recently tried out for. One of them is actually a fan game that looks really cool called Forgotten at Freddy's, but unfortunately that game, the developers' files got wiped, so they had basically had to start from scratch and basically make it a entirely different game. And that one's doing a complete overhaul. I was supposed to be playing Wizard Foxy in that game, but they're not doing that, so I recently auditioned for Hand Unit, so hopefully something will happen with that. Those are the games that I've been a part of and are still in active development and are a whole. So quite a few games that I have been cast in. Actually, a lot of them I've been approached by to play a character in. So a lot of them, it's just amazing. I'm able to pull off so many characters. The ones that I'm definitely more skilled at are human characters, but like I can also do a pretty good Springtrap and also Foxy. So it's kind of like that. It's fun. Honestly, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, that was a huge part of this year. I was able to do a lot of that. Just a huge part. It was just like, it's been really fun to do that. Be able to just audition for things. It's really unfortunate that a lot of these fan games have not been able to be a thing anymore. A lot of them, like recently, the one I was part of, where I was supposed to be playing Steve Glide, which is actually really fun to play. It got canceled. So a lot of games that I've been part of have got canceled for reasons unknown, motivation, lack of interests. It's just not worth it kind of thing, too hard, all that stuff. I've also been behind the scenes working on my own fan game, but currently I've got as far as a map. I've got the layout done, but I'm still working on it. It's kind of like I'm not actively working on it. It's really time consuming. I don't know the first thing about making a fan game, so I'm just kind of learning the basics. Yeah. I'm probably not going to be releasing a game page anytime soon, but for these games, the ones that are currently in active development, I will leave a link in the description for all of them in case you want to check them out and follow them and give your support. And if you want to see me play them in the eventual future, that'll definitely happen. Another huge thing that took off this year was the Fazbear Fright series, or the audiobooks, read-throughs, whatever you call them. I mean, I personally call them read-throughs because we're reading through them. They're also audiobooks. I can't believe how those have taken off. They've basically blown up my channel. Like, it's insane. Like, 95% of the comments I get on my videos are from the Fazbear Fright series, and it's insane. There is a new one coming up on the 1st. I just finished editing and completing the read-through I did for the new kid that'll be coming on the 1st, so be prepared for that, as well as the Stitch Tray story, which I'm still working on editing, but that's still gonna come out. It'll be coming out after story 3, so look out for that. That's gonna be exciting. But yeah, they've blown up huge. It's just fun to do them, really. Honestly, it's a lot of fun to do them. I never thought that those would be the thing that blew out my channel like the most. Like, it's crazy. Like, Into the Pit has gotten the most attention, and it's just like, it just keeps coming. It's absolutely mind-boggling, but honestly, they're really fun to record. The new kid that I originally did, I did a lot of acting. Like, it was huge. Like, I feel like every one I do, I put more emotion into it, put more stuff into it. First story, Into the Pit, I don't feel like I put as much effort into it, but but after that, I did feel like I was able to get better at it and really put more emotion into it, which is fantastic. And that's definitely what took off this year was the read-throughs, and they're going to keep coming as long as you guys request them. I will keep purchasing them and then keep doing that. Also, one thing I realized is that these Stitch Tray stories are in fact part of the digital edition. I thought they weren't, but apparently I didn't look far enough, but they are in fact part of the digital version, so don't need to worry about that. Those will be coming as well. Also, this year I did some really cool stuff with remastering my old read-throughs, the original read-throughs I did on the FNaF books. Alpha, the first one is now complete. I'm still working on Twisted Ones right now. I'm only about 5 chapters in right now, but still, it's going really, really great. I'm really, really enjoying that. That's still going to be coming every Wednesday, so be sure to be prepared for that when those come. Another thing that happened this year that I had to do, that I just felt like it wasn't really worth my time anymore, it was too much effort, especially with everything going on, was the reaction channel. The Ultimate Spy Reacts was retired. I got rid of the channel. It just wasn't worth it. It wasn't growing. For those of you who have already seen the vlog I posted about that, I basically explained that I just wasn't enjoying it, and I just didn't feel like it was worth making more content because the channel wasn't growing, it wasn't going anywhere. I just felt like, you know, it was more on my plate than I needed to handle, so that's basically what's going with that. In fact, doing the channel in general is becoming a little more difficult now. I'm managing, but only by a little bit. My work schedule recently got updated. I recently got a raise at work, which is fantastic, but it means I won't be able to record during the afternoon basically at all. It means I'm gonna have to get up at like 8 to just record videos, so it's gonna be crazy. But I think I can manage it. I was able to do so today, so it worked out pretty well. But yeah, my work schedule is gonna be a bit crazy, so I'm gonna try to make it do. But it's like that's kind of the reason why I had to retire the reaction channel, because it's like way too much to do. So I hope you understand that. For those of you who are brand new to the channel who don't know anything about that channel, it's no longer a thing. Another thing that I did this year was I officially rebranded the channel as a FNaF channel, 100% FNaF channel. I realized that a lot of the stuff I was doing this year just wasn't really working. Maybe it wasn't really flowing with the channel. People were only subscribing for one topic, and I definitely feel like that was a good marketing strategy to market my channel as one topic instead of multiple topics, because it just wasn't working. It just, not everything works, and I realized that it just wasn't doing anything to have my channel be a basic one on everything. So I realized that was probably not the best thing I've done. So now it's officially a FNaF channel, which I'm really happy, because Freddy has been part of my life, and I have been really passionate about it. And I actually have a really cool video idea. It might be a bit controversial, but I have a idea in the works, and I actually have time to do a fun little video when I'm doing fan games. I'm probably gonna do that as soon as I can. Hopefully none of you will get mad, because it's just an opinion, but I don't want to spoil anything. It's just a really cool idea I have for a video of just me, you know, expressing my opinions about a certain topic, expressing my own personal opinion about a certain aspect of Fantasy Freddy's. So I still have that planned. I don't know when that's going to happen, but hopefully within a few days. Another thing that happened with this year that was something that I was so happy to finally get rid of it and say goodbye to was Reviewed. For those of you who had never heard of Reviewed, it was a review show I did for a long time, actually. Back in early 2016, I started the series where I reviewed movies both old and new, and this year I officially ended it after a long time. And of course I hate it because of COVID, but like still, I didn't really think it fit with the channel anymore, so I ended it, and it was something that I was really happy about, so I'm so glad that happened. It's very sad to move on from a show that I've been doing for so long, but when it doesn't fit with the channel itself, it doesn't work. So I'm so happy that I was able to do that and, you know, put it to rest and say goodbye to it, and be able to move on to other things like Fantasy Freddy, which is basically what the channel is about. So yeah. And the last thing I did this year, which I'm actually kind of happy about, although it's still kind of iffy a little bit, is daily uploads. I no longer do daily uploads, if you can notice. Although there are times when I do, you know, one upload after the other, but it only lasts a few days usually. Especially there's like, you know, I have a video plan, but there's already a video going on, or I have my 3D gap of fan games, and I have to release another episode, and there's already a thing going up. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of like where you're getting 2 videos today instead of 1. So I don't like doing that a lot, but sometimes it happens. But you know, in terms of like every single day, it isn't a thing anymore, which I'm very happy about, because it allows me to take my time and not have to worry about things and just take a break, because I have a lot going on in my life right now. Work, I have a new quarter of college coming up. Yeah, this channel is really changed my life, and it's been a blast. I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. I'm just going to do this as much as I can until I just think it's not worth it anymore, until I just give up. Until I feel like the channel isn't going anywhere, I'm just going to keep making content for you guys as much as I can. Although I don't want to do it every day, but you know, it's okay. But yeah, I definitely feel like this channel has really, you know, the fan games have really blown up, the read-throughs have really blown up. I always wanted to see the channel grow, and as of right now, the channel is sitting at almost 2,100 subscribers, which is just crazy. Like, oh my god, that's amazing. So thank you guys so much, and I really, really hope that 2020 has treated you okay, despite it being a pretty awful year. It's been wild. It's been difficult for all of us. I know. Pretty awful. I can still consider it pretty much the worst year of all time, but it has had its up and downs for sure. I know that you know, it's impossible to see movies right now. Filming is crazy. It's just all over the place, and this year has been a pretty crazy year. But you know, there's all this to look forward to. We got the FNaF movie starting to shoot soon. We have Security Breach coming out, which I'm really excited for. More Fazbear Frights books coming. A ton more fan games. Would you believe it? It's just gonna be a lot of content coming. Speaking of fan games, let me explain to you what it's like to have to deal with that all the time. So like, I do feel like this year has been nothing but fan games. Like, it's been crazy. Like there's been so many fan games that I wanted to play that I just never get around to, because there's always something new coming out. So it's like, I think I was doing the Jolly series this year, and then I I was asked if I was going to do Jolie 3 Chapter 2. I will, but it's like, let me put it this way. As soon as I complete a game, or in the middle of playing a fan game on the channel, there's always something new coming out, which is just crazy. So like I recently finished Insane Answer Snowballs, and before I was able to record the episode, like freaking 2 demos just came out. Like, it's crazy. And then of course, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if they're gonna release it today, but they might. But like, the Return to Freddy's 2 Winter Wonderland is supposed to release at the earliest at the end of the month. So it's like, oh my god, too much. Like, I literally, I'll be planning I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play this game. And then it's like, at that point, it's like, you know what, I can't play that game because guess what, there's another game coming out. It's like, it's just crazy. Like, I have 2 demos to play. I recently beat Instant Answer Snowballs, and I have 2 more demos to play. And I also got a comment a while back to play Five Nights at Bonnie's remake. And then also, I still want to play Seven Nights at Joe's 3. So, there is just nothing but fan games. I'm also planning eventually on playing Pop Goes. Never actually played that game. I've seen Markiplier play it, but it was years ago. There's only a couple fan games out there that I've actually seen people play, but it's been such a long time that I don't remember him. Although I got a request to play Fazbear's Fright, but I do remember that game, so like I do remember most of it. So it's like that's kind of the games. It's like I can't do that, but like otherwise, it's like I will get to them, okay? But it's really hard to get to games when literally they're just starting a fan game or are about to finish it, and then another one comes out, or it's like, I'll play this game next. Nope, can't do that. Another game just came out. It's literally like that. Like, there's so many fan games that come out. I mean, this year's just been a marathon of fan games, fan game after fan game after fan game. It's just insane. It's hard to manage everything and have to be able to do everything. And there's a lot of really cool fan games that have come out. But like, oh my goodness, it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. So that's pretty much all I can say. Let's hope 2021 is a better year than 2020, because 2020, I don't know about you, but it's been well, in terms of, just in general, it's been pretty crappy, but for the channel, I think it's been pretty okay. It's been okay. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it. There's been definitely some ups and downs. It's been a pretty tough year for a lot of us. A lot of horrible things have happened, but a lot of really good things have happened too. And I'm looking forward to seeing how 2021 treats us, because it looks like it's going to be really good. As far as I'm concerned, it's going to be awesome. So a lot of really awesome things coming up. There's 2 video ideas in the works. I've already kind of like hinted at one of them, but I also have another one that I have been wanting to do for a long time too. So I mean, I don't know when I'll be able to do this because of the freaking fan games that keep happening, but still, I'm gonna eventually get those done. Hopefully before too late, maybe 2021. Definitely, for sure. I still plan on doing that. Just, yeah, look forward to a lot of really cool stuff coming up. It's gonna be a wild ride. I mean, there's definitely been a lot of changes coming to the channel for sure. That's pretty much all I can say for this end of year review. I will see you next year for a brand new video. So, in the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe and click that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload a new video. And I'll be back next time with more FNaF content. Alright, see ya.